Namaste, I am Navya, yoga teacher and hypnotherapist. What comes into our mind is usually thought like this body and mind identification. So, in spirituality, they say that you're the soul, you're not this body and mind. It doesn't matter at all if you don't know that you're the soul, but you should know that you have to manage your body and mind systematically. If you ask, why do we need this? If you're not able to achieve great things in life, but you should live with minimum level of health and happiness. Even for that, we all need this knowledge. You know, our mind works when we are happy. Our mind works very well. It will create positive thoughts like healthy, successful, and good life. In addition, food also plays an important role in creation of mental thoughts. That's why it is said that you should eat healthy food. But when we are sad, hungry, in pain, negative emotions are generated in the mind. You may ask, what I do when there is difficulty in my life, where does happiness come from? That is why I told you should not attach yourself with the body and mind. You have to manage your body and mind. For example, if you sit on a chair, it's okay when you think chair is mine. But if you think chair is me, what will happen when the chair gets scratched, damaged, and the color dim? You will suffer with those chair problems. In the same way, right now we are suffering with this body and mind problems. You know, because of our difficulty, mind doesn't work for ourselves. It has its own principle. When there is a healthy environment, it will produce positive thoughts. When there is negative environment, it will produce negative thoughts, because it's work as per its rules, even though mind just an instrument. Now it would be good if the dog plays with his tail. But what if the tail plays with the dog? Why the tail plays with the dog? The dog doesn't know how to control the tail. Same way we are suffering with our mind. Sadness, anger, fear, anxiety, jealousy, ego. These are all negative thoughts, and this is equal to poison. When you are thinking, where you are going to think, inside of yourself or outside? Of course inside only. When you are thinking inside, through this negative thoughts, you will literally poison yourself. Instead of thinking what can be done at that time, we can engage ourselves in positive activities that involve us completely. Even though so many don't know what are the self dependent habits, but still they are following to balancing their emotions. For example, when we are in the hostel, my sister, when she get bored, she used to put all the clothes out of the cupboard and rearrange them again. But not all the time same habit. Then sit down and talk happily with all of us. We can follow thousands of other ideas. Balancing our emotions, it's not a small matter. There is a saying by Sadhguru, if you don't know how to balance your emotions, whatever you achieve in your life will be wasted. Why do we need the self dependent habits? You know, the only person is always available for you positively. It's only you. That's why. And there are two wonderful benefits from this practice. One is self dependent, self confident, and intelligent power. When you depend on yourself, you will not controlled by the outside world, outside situations, and the persons. So that automatically your self confident level increase. And also, if you practice this kind of activity when it is difficult, in the habit of relaxing and enjoying yourself, your level of intelligence will increase. Don't use mobile phone in this practice. You can use minimum level, but don't be completely depend on it. So this mobile addiction will create psychological problem. So please, even though, avoid this mobile addiction for the child. This is my request. Find and engage in the practice during negative situations. Don't shout when you hungry. Okay, and when anger comes, we need to understand two things. One is anger is a negative emotions, and even though this is weak mindset habit, anger comes when situation it's not in our hand. Instead of screaming, we can engage ourselves this kind of positive activities so that we can find even the solutions. Involve yourself in whatever practices are best suited for your personality and your situations, as well as spiritual practices, therapeutical practices, including self hypnotherapy practices. I will share the details in the next videos. Share the information, subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Take care.